I'm listening.
Well, if you're listening, Superman. Hey, everybody, Bandicoot Commando here, and welcome back to Multiverses. Last time,
All right, time to select your character.
I did some matches with Stripe here. So today, we're gonna do some with Superman here. Kal-El, Clark Kent, however you want to call him. Actually, before we get to it,
Time to select your character.
yeah, I don't have his regeneration suit skin yet, and I won't be able to get it. But by the time this goes up, I might be close to getting it by then. I don't know. Like, this is where I'm at on the battle pass. I'm almost there. Just gotta finish more of these weekly events here for this week, and then I'll be on the final tier, and yeah, it's right there. Then soon, I'll be able to fill it up and get the Jack skin here, and who knows what bonus rewards I'll get. Alrighty then, let's get to it.
Okay, how can I help?
Alright, Superman. One of the oldest known superheroes out here. Alright, I'm just gonna say, with this first match with Jason here, I suffered some heavy lag at different points, so you're gonna see me lose terribly. Anyway, Clark, or Kal-El, if you go by his Kryptonian name. Kal-El was originally born on the planet of Krypton, his father being Jor-El, being a head scientist of the planet. Thing is, though, Krypton was slowly dying, losing its resources and a bunch of other stuff. And that soon, it wouldn't be long until Krypton dies in some way or form. Either, you know, the planet's core is about to go off, or the planet's sun is about to explode. Whatever the case, Jor-El knows immediately that he won't be able to convince the Council of Krypton because no one's going to listen and believe him. Or, if you've seen the DC animated universe version, it has to do with the fact that Brainiac, who in that version was a computer, a supercomputer on Krypton, knew about the imminent destruction, but decided to keep it to itself. Although Jor-El still knew something was up, but whatever the case may be, let's see.
Okay, Red gets that point. Great job.
Jor-El would send out his young infant son into an escape pod to escape the destruction of Krypton. That little pod would find its way to Earth, where upon crash landing in Smallville, Kansas, the pod was found by a couple, Jonathan and Martha Kent. Since then, the two took in the young baby Kal-El and named him Clark. And from there, Clark would just go on to become one of the greatest heroes in the DC universe. In some many shapes or forms, for being such a humble person and just knowing how to use his powers for the greater good, if only because of the influence of his parents. He would also go on to found the Justice League and many, many more adventures. Righty, so let's go over what Clark's moveset here is. Oh, okay. And yeah, I'm gonna lose.
You'll get him next time.
Yeah, I didn't do well because of that dumb lag at the beginning. Okay, is this? Yeah. So, for this skin, before we get to the moveset, this is Black Lantern Superman. This version of Superman came from the Blackest Night crossover event. Basically, I don't fully remember how it went, but the way it was that Necron, who represents the forces of death on a cosmic level, wants to consume all the positive and negative life force in the universe. So it's part of him being a Black Lantern. And many superheroes end up becoming Black Lanterns in some way or form. Superman being one of them. And of course...
Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, alright, sorry. I said Necron's the leader. Necron's not really the leader of the Black Lanterns, but he is the entity that represents the ring, though. Their leader is Black Hand. Yeah, although Necron would be defeated, the consciousness of Black Lantern Firestorm would remain in its matrix, and soon, yeah.
That's a point for blue. Good job, team. He'll come for you.
The Black Lantern motto: the blackest night falls from the sky. The darkness grows as all light dies. We crave your hearts and your demise. By my black hand, the dead shall rise. Now, let's get down to Superman's movesets. So, Superman's neutral attack is just one charge punch ready to throw. It's very powerful, it's very simple, and best of all, he gains armor as he does so. Superman's side attack is he'll first do a 1-2 punch, and then he'll throw a few flurry of punches, which then he ends with a quick little uppercut. It's very good. It's a good way to rack up a bit of damage. Superman's up attack is that he does, I never know if there's like a proper name for it, but he just has both of his fists together and does an upward swing. Yeah, like that.
Congratulations on the win.
Same as the neutral attack. Same properties and armor as well. Oh yeah, I taunt him a lot in this match, but that was because I was trying to do my weekly event that involves having to taunt opponents in PvP. As for Superman's down attack, he just does a downward swing. And it's chargeable, and it has a purple aura on it. As for the air moves, the neutral attack in the air is that Clark will throw a series of punches until he, like, finishes or... Well, actually, no, it won't even matter if he reaches the ground. His side is just a standard swing of a punch, and it's chargeable. His up air is just a upward swing, and his down air is just a downward swing, which is chargeable. All in all, Clark's neutral basic attacks are all chargeable. He can rack up a lot of damage. As for his specials, his neutral special is that he will use his Frost Breath ability. Now, as you use it on your opponent, they will gain stacks of froze, or frost. Freeze, I think is the word. You need to get at least to 15 in order to fully freeze the opponent. Now, the other thing the Frost Breath will do is that any enemy projectiles that are thrown will get frozen. And you can pick up that chunk of ice to throw at the opponent to do a tiny bit of damage, but also it'll also add in to the stacks of frozen. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Clark's side special is that he'll prime himself ready. And then from there, with a small cone, you'll see a target reticle. And wherever you position that target reticle, Clark will then quickly dash to that area and deliver an uppercut. It's a very powerful move, actually. And if done well, it's a good finisher. But it can be a little tricky to aim with. Also, when Clark is dashing, he will gain armor to protect himself. For Clark's up special, he'll brace himself and then he'll do a small leap into the air and then come crashing down. All in all, it's a good move, and he does get some armor for it as well. As for Clark's down special...
Must we test this again,
Oh, wait a minute.
Superman?
Yeah, this skin. This is referred to as 1 million Superman, or just simply 1 million. This refers to... Give me a sec. This refers to 1 million DC. It was within a universe where... I don't fully remember how it went, but basically... something happened that Clark decided to leave Earth for some time. And while he was gone, he apparently powered up to the point that he's now just basically a living embodiment of the sun. Or at least he's his own personal little sun. But that doesn't change him at all in the slightest. Still the same friendly guy, just with a little extra firepower. Just this whole trying to stop Adam business.
Hey, Adam.
There we go. And bye-bye. Well, not quite. It's also similar, his outfit and the story to it is also similar a bit to All-Star Superman, where a similar thing occurred where Clark, I believe, either became the embodiment of the sun, or he alternatively went to the sun because he was going to die, and I don't fully remember how it went. But I just know that both All-Star Superman and 1 Million were made by the same person. I guess the guy really liked the idea of Clark absorbing enough solar radiation to become one with the sun. Anyway, back to Clark's moveset. For his down special, Clark will just simply use his laser beams along the ground, and it'll cause a bit of an explosion effect. It'll also inflict burn on your opponent. Now, as for the air versions of the special, the neutral and down are pretty much the same. For his side special, which you might have seen me use several times, Clark will fly straight forward in the direction. On the horizon, that is. If he can run into an opponent while flying, he will grab them, and then he'll deliver a punch to them. It's a pretty powerful punch. And it was pretty busted back in the beta, to be honest. For his up special, Clark will do a bit of a small dash and also try to grab the opponent if the opponent's above him. If he can grab the opponent, he'll hold on to them, and by default, he'll throw them in the direction he's facing. But you can hold back on the stick and have him throw it in the opposite direction.
We don't have to do this.
This is simply known as the Solar Power Superman,
This or what?
or just simply the Solar Power Man. This skin is, I want to say it's meant to be original. I'm pretty sure it is. But it does, you know, have some characteristics reminiscent to some of Clark's other outfits. Anyway, yeah, I think I went over the remaining specials in the air. So overall, Clark he lives up to being a tank because he does some pretty good heavy damage. A lot of his moves offer armor, which is very handy to have. And really, he's a powerhouse. I don't even know what more I have to say on that. Just the fact that he's a very powerful character when you know how to use him and utilize him. Always, if I can offer the advice, always take advantage of the fact that Clark gets armor for some of his attacks. There's also the fact that he has at least 1 or 2 attacks where he gains a purple aura.
You're doing great. Can you keep it up?
Another one I could advise is when it comes to using his specials, always try to... Oh, this. Yeah, I think he just gave up, if anything.
Good job, team.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, see? I threw him backwards. I don't think there's really much I could say about Clark other than just use your charge attacks and take full advantage of the armor that you're given. Oh, and yeah, when it comes to using the down special, use the air version. You're more likely to hit better with it. Oh yeah, speaking of the air version, for both of Clark's down special variants, he gets like, I think it's 2 uses out of it.
Let's try again.
Goodbye.
Congratulations on the win. I'm warning you.
See, yep, we did a rematch.
easy
I don't know if I won this or not. Oh, wait, no. So it's not so much as that I won this. I did win this fight, but at some point we had a bad lag or something, or he gave up, and, well, you'll see. Alright, anything else I want to talk about Clark before I'm like, okay, you're just gonna see the remaining stuff? Actually, yeah, there might be one. So, Clark's side special, like I said, it was a little more busted in the beta, where it did more than just allow Clark to fly, like, that's what it did. Oh yeah, this is where, yeah. This is where he disconnected because he didn't like it. And I'm just taking full advantage of that. Although I did at least want to prolong the match to see if I can get extra XP out of it, though. Anyway, and yeah, you also get to see all the moves that I described. Where was I, though? On the, oh, so his air side special, it was, a little more busted in the beta because originally the way it worked was that you could just fly about anywhere with it until you can hit someone. But then they restrict... That's how the ground up special works. Until they changed it to where he's only restricted to the horizon, which I think works a lot better. The other thing with Clark is that, at least as of... Oh yeah, I decided to take him out in a funny way.
Congratulations on the win.
The other thing is that,
We don't have to do this.
okay, this is just the summer break Clark. He does have a 4th of July variant one, but I didn't do a match in that one. Part of it's because that it's no longer July, so to me, it's not worth it. What's also unique is that in this skin and his 4th of July skin, Clark has different voice lines where it's meant to refer more to, well, his Clark Kent identity and not Superman identity. Although part of this has to do with the fact that... Okay, yep, there's the lag kicking in for whatever reason. See? Half the time, it's always because of this lag.
No mystery here. That hurt.
And freeze. So, yeah, there is a skin for Clark coming out that will be based on more on his Clark Kent identity, although it's really just it's really just him with like his shirt opened up to reveal the Superman one. There's also a skin that will be based on the old Superman cartoons from the 30s, 40s. The Flinchster, I think that's what, yeah, the Flinchster Studios one. And of course, see, it's always the lag, and I could not move at all.
Okay, Red gets that point. Great job.
Sandwich.
And I just feel insulted that this guy is just, to me, this guy is no doubtably not a very good fighter, but I had to lose due to lag. The other thing I was going to get with Clark was that he's unique for the fact that he's one of the oldest characters in the game. Though it depends on which version of Superman you're talking about. There is the Reign of Superman. I think it's the Reign or the Terror of Superman, which that was an old like newspaper story from like 1933 where it went about with a man who had the ability to control minds, and he just... Okay, we had a rematch, and I'm pretty sure I won the rematch. And no more lag, more importantly. Anyway, in that story, as I said, it was just about a man who somehow gained the power to become a psychic, or at least just read minds, or have mind control. And this made him rather dangerous because on his own, the man was just a rather simple, friendly kind of guy, but ever since he got the power to mind control people, he just became an asshole. But once he lost the power, at the end of the story, he goes back to his normal self. Back to his normal, friendly self. And the idea of the story was just that, you know, no matter how good of a person you are, depending on what powers you have, it will corrupt you. Or you can already be a bad person. It's just, yeah. But if you don't want to count that as Superman's debut, if only because the man never goes by any name. He's referred to as the Superman, but there's nothing really super about him. His real debut would be in Action Comics issue 1. Came out way back in 1938. Back in that day.
Congratulations on the win.
Back in that day, DC Comics was just simply known as National Comics, and this was before they would work out more with their characters. Because then you had the Detective Comics for Batman, and I'm trying to remember, was Blue Beetle part of DC by then, or was he still like his own thing? Well, whatever the case, yeah. Superman, Clark's got quite the history on him, and he's one of the few characters in this game who, in another 10 years, I think, he'll be in public domain. Alongside Bugs Bunny, and Batman, and Wonder Woman, and by extension, the Joker. I don't know if Black Adam counts, because while he did exist back then, I don't know if being acquired by DC would change that or not. Is there anything else I want to say about Clark? Two things. One, the regeneration suit, even though I don't have it, I do know what it's based off of. It is based on from the Death of Superman comic, where basically in that comic, well, Superman dies. He dies to Doomsday. But he does obviously come back and recover, and he has to wear that suit to help him fully recover. You can't, as Clark says in this game, you can't keep a good farm boy down. Also, you just can't keep a good Kryptonian down either. And second and finally, more importantly, Clark's portrayal in this game is actually really nice, because in all the previous fighting games Clark was in beforehand, Injustice 1 and Injustice 2, we've had to deal with an evil
That's a
Superman,
point for
basically.
Blue.
So
Good job,
it's
team.
nice to be playing Clark as how he normally is. Nice, friendly guy that he is. It's the reason why he's known as the Blue Boy Scout. Alrighty, I think I'm just going to end it here, so enjoy the rest of the video.
Clear the way. You got that one, Sanchez. Congratulations on the win. Now, is this setting a good example for your grandson? Beginner's luck. Watch yourself. Test this for me. Clear the way. Watch your head. Time to go, go, go! That's a point for Blue. Good job, team. Pop's back. Boom! What do you think about that? You got that one, Sanchez. Congratulations on the win. Okay, Red. I don't want to hurt you.
Tremble, Townsville! Mojo Jojo has arrived, and the Mojo Jojo shall be your doom!
Not give up until I get home.
Why did I, Mojo Jojo, not label any of these buttons? Just mail ordered your doom with postage paid by Mojo Jojo.
That's a point for Blue. Good job, team.
Then our cool's work.
Okay, Red gets that point. Great job. Congratulations on the win.
Peace.
Come on, Batman. You know how this ends.
You ever get any new moves, Clark? I know all your old ones. Invulnerable as ever, I see. Maybe I should have brought my kryptonite after all.
That's a point for Blue. Good job, team.
Plan B.
Not bad, Batman. Congratulations on the win.
I'm taking you.
Come on, Batman. You know how this ends.
should have brought my kryptonite after all.
Watch out. I'll give you that one, Bruce.
You ever get any new moves, Clark? I know all your old ones.
Okay, Red gets that point. Great job. You're not using kryptonite.
Sorry, Superman.
That's a point for Blue. Good job, team.
Plan B. That one, Clark.
Congratulations on the win.
Well, alright, everyone. Those were my matches with Superman, and you can clearly see just how lag likes to interfere at bad times. And it's really getting on my nerves. So, that'll do for this episode of Multiverses. Join me next time that
All right.
we use
Time
the
to
last
select
of one of
your
my
character.
favorite characters to use, Taz, the Tasmanian Devil. And then afterwards, who knows? I'm not sure who or what is going to be coming next. I don't know if Beetlejuice will be next or not. If he's not, we'll then do the other characters, and then Beetlejuice should be out by then, and then afterwards I'll give the other characters that I've done another go from season 1 and 2. That way I can show how I've improved and how I know how to use them better and all of that jazz. So, that is it, and I will see you guys next time.
Need some help, citizen?